You know what really baffles me? It's when I see a couple doing unhealthy things in their marriage, but they do nothing to fix it. It's like they're saying, we know what the problem is, but we just don't want to put in the effort to change anything. Or I've tried, but my spouse wouldn't put in the effort, so I just gave up. Letting unhealthy patterns continue or just existing get together aren't what God planned for your marriage. A couple that lives as roommates is just existing. Living as roommates is not a marriage. You may have a piece of paper that says you're married, but that's it. Let's look at 3 of the most common unhealthy things that I see in marriages today. Number 1, selfishness. This is the universal number 1 unhealthy thing in almost every marriage. You want things your way, and if not all the time, most of the time. You do what you want without considering your spouse. You don't ask for their input because you really don't want it. If they fall in line with your wants and desires, great. But if they don't, there's no room in your life for compromise. You're trying to live the single life as a married person, and that doesn't ever work. Number 2, ignoring boundaries. One or both wants to change the other because you think your version of them is better than the version of them that there's now. It can range from how they dress, to what they say, what they believe, or how they act. Instead of loving them where they are, you spend a lot of time and energy trying to change them. They either withdraw from you or they retaliate. Neither one is good. And number 3, boredom. You get in a rut. You skip date night one week and then the next, and then it's been a year since you had your last date night. You don't connect at night. You watch different shows. You scroll on separate devices. You go to bed at different times. You can't remember the last time you laughed together or had fun together. So you've got a choice. You keep existing or you change. Go from selfishness to being kind. Ask your spouse how you can help them. Listen to them when they're talking. Stop ignoring boundaries. Accept your spouse as they are. Don't you expect them to accept you as you are? So what's the difference? Quit trying to change them and look for the things you like in them. Those things that you fell in love with are still in there somewhere, and embrace them again. Get out of the rut. Try new things. Write out new things to do or restaurants to try. Put them on a piece of paper. Put them in a bowl or a jar, and each week draw one out, and then go. It's your first step towards conquering boredom. Turn unhealthy things into healthy ones. Quit your unhealthy, just existing together marriage and begin taking the steps toward a marriage that you both will cherish and love.